Welcome to the world of work, Aurora. I'm Carolyn Shavino, and today I have Abdul Khan as my amazing guest. Abdul is going to share with us everything about IT, where we're going with it. But first, Abdul, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And tell us a little bit about your journey to how did you get to IT? Why IT?
I think I'll take you to the very young life onward. I was pretty intrigued by electricity,
Okay.
and I was mechanically inclined and always fascinated by moving parts,
Hmm.
small or big. And so I've always tinkered with anything that I couldn't understand. And as you know, electronics is always like that. You don't know what is happening, but the results are coming out. Um, and so that continued until I got into my high school and college level, where I was privileged enough to have a very advanced, in those days, really smart calculator, which had basic language in there.
Okay.
So I could now program things, one line, dot matrix. And so that proved to me that I should probably go into technology.
Yeah.
So that is how I realized that is where I should stay. Although I did not know how to stay in there, what am I going to do with it?
Exactly.
And so, long story short, there was a company in UK who were looking for somebody to come in and help them with digital publication,
Mm-hmm.
and rest is history.
And how long were you in the UK?
I was in the UK for about, I would say, 16 years, I think.
That's a long time.
Yeah, 16
And
years.
what are the differences as far as UK and the US as far as technology goes? Are we more advanced or are they?
So I think the times have changed.
All right.
There is no doubt US was the leader in 80s and 90s
Mm-hmm.
technology, and everyone was following, and everyone who was even slightly interested in technology wanted to come to US and be part of it.
Sure.
So I would say in those days it was probably Europe was, I would say, at least 20 years behind in technology.
And how did they take off? What was the measuring
I
point?
think, in my opinion, based on what I have seen, experience, I think it's the internet, the availability of high speed internet everywhere, especially in Europe, that really caused a lot of people to go and now be more inventive and innovative.
Okay.
And they didn't have to come to US. They could do a lot of things remotely.
It seems to me like a lot of the inventions come from Europe, though.
Um, I think, yes, certainly the inventions are
Yeah.
probably coming from, ideas are coming from there, but they're getting matured and productized in US.
Okay. Okay. All right. How are businesses using AI to automate decision making processes and just to use AI for improvements, basic improvements?
So I think it's a great question, because everyone is running around talking about AI as if
Indeed.
it's another being.
I like that. Okay. I didn't hear that before.
Now, certain individuals in this world will say, yeah, there are two beings.
Okay.
But AI is many things. And if we go back, I would say the original AI, we didn't use that term in those days. Well, why am I including in there? But in 1962, when the first checkers game was written, because it was a program, and it beat one of the checkers champion. So that's when we said, oh, this is a smart program.
Right.
and then, chess games. And then the whole video game took off,
Yes, it
and it
did.
was a lot of AI. So what I would say is that today the advancement in connected technologies
Mm-hmm.
has caused the utilization of softwares, applications we use
Yeah.
in more advanced ways. And of course, because of the chips are becoming more, I'm talking about the semiconductors, more capable
Mm-hmm.
of calculating billions of instructions in milliseconds.
Yeah.
So, we human beings are never settled. We're always looking for the next frontier.
And faster and faster.
Yes.
I'm one of those. Yeah.
So today, if you look at it, we're all using AI one way or the other.
Absolutely.
Every single human being, walking around, well, not every single, but any human being walking around with a phone,
Right.
even dumb phones, it has some AI built into it.
So for businesses, what's the advantage? I'm a small business owner. What's the advantage? I use it mainly for my accounting, for projections. And what are other advantages that small business owners, well, any business owner actually can look forward to?
I think, and again, that's a great question because today, unfortunately, I'm going to go a little bit detour
Okay.
because many are asking questions about AI experts. The reason for that is, can you AI apostrophe size my company?
Mm-hmm.
And not understanding what AI can do or should do for them.
Right. So your business, which I'm going to segue into right now, is one business that I feel many of us need to understand. So, in other words, if I would look at you and say, Abdul, I really need some instruction here, I need some consultation here, how would you help me?
So let me go back to your original questions. Thank you very much for.
Okay.
And so today you're a small business and successful, I know, and you run your operations very leanly.
Yes.
And in the past, you had to, for a simple thing, getting letters done, if you wanted a legal advice, you had to call somebody, read up books, read up articles before okay, should I use that term in my letter to my customers or my clients or my creditors? Today, you could ask one of the AI tools for
Mm-hmm.
advice, and you can recheck everything, and then you'll have a decent understanding of if you are sending a decent communication. On the flip side, for your operations, you use spreadsheets.
Yes.
You're a numbers person, I know,
Yes.
and being a successful business person, you need dollars and cents to make sense.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Okay.
And with that, you need some decision-making tools.
Correct.
Today, you could use the tools that you're using. You ask it to do some pivots, some analysis. Before that, you would need 3 different kind of accountants and the CPA to tell you, or maybe financial advisors to
Mm-hmm.
tell you how and what you should do. Today, you could do it within 10 minutes,
Exactly.
right?
That's lovely.
Your phone systems, you could automate that, and now it can record, or you can type into it a
Mm-hmm.
message, and it can speak in your language,
Right.
in your tone, in your voice,
Right.
and make people or callers feel that you're taking them seriously.
I agree because when I traveled to Europe, I used the translator.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's superior to the
Yes.
one that I used just 5 years ago.
Yep, exactly. So now today you put your phone on the desk,
Mm-hmm.
and one guy or one person can see their own language written on that phone, and it speaks their language,
Okay.
and you say in your language, and it will real time
It
translate.
it does. It's wonderful.
Yep.
But the downside to that,
Hmm.
I think, I have to push
Yep.
it in there
Yes.
just a little, even though I love all kinds of tools, actually. I think the downside is many years ago when I went to Europe, I studied, the language, Italian language. And now I don't have to. I don't have to brush up on it. So I have to question myself and say, is that a good thing? I mean, am I challenging myself enough? But I really like to take the easy way and use my translator. What's your take on that?
So you are exactly right. And I am very worried about the future generation.
Talk about that.
And the reason for it is that they would be, or they are able to use AI to create answers to what they're looking for
Mm-hmm.
in a very advanced level where you would have needed a PhD to go and do the research
Yeah,
and get all of that data out, or go to the library and sit there for weeks and months, go through those documents.
right.
Within minutes, they will have that. There's the good side is they don't have to go and invest that much time in gathering those things or understanding. Things will be done.
Mm-hmm.
They want to create a design. They just verbally talk to the tool and say, I need something like that, and we'll go and give you few examples of it.
Right,
On the flip side, coming back to your example of language,
right.
we or our children will be using that. They will have no basic understanding. Even some of them I have seen, they don't even know what character, what language their opposite person they're communicating to is speaking.
Exactly.
So what will happen is that there won't be any critical thinking. There won't be any efforts involved in how to get to it. It would be, they will say it and it will be there. The good thing is it will be done. Human beings won't have to spend decades in perfecting it
Right.
or finding out. On the flip side, it will be very few people who will be able to think critically if something goes wrong.
Well, I think that's alarming.
It is.
I mean, we're a society of a beautiful blend of differences, I think, different talents, different ideas, different aspects of thinking completely. And that's where inventions come from. But if there's no reason to do all of that, are we going to walk into a time where it's just a computer thinking for us?
So, yes,
I really
there are
that's not very good. Abdul.
exactly, yes. And there are some predictions. Some people are forecasting 10 years, others are saying 30 years. And then I'm sure you have heard of this whole thing, AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, which is, if you look at it, the calculations are that it would be better than millions of human beings of different experiences, backgrounds, knowledge, thinking. Um, and then there are companies who are building advanced robotics or robots,
Mm-hmm.
which will be able to decide much faster and much more powerful, and physically they will be more capable.
Mm-hmm.
So it will impact. There's no doubt about it. If the way we are going it continues this way,
If there's no regulation.
that is a very good point. If there is no regulations or oversight,
Yeah.
which unfortunately, because of the speed of need or need for speed, many um, governments and legislative bodies are letting it flourish, and then they will figure out, okay, now we need to put some guardrails around it. And in my opinion, I think we're already walking into a area where it's going to be very difficult to control back unless, of course, electricity just disappears.
Well, that I hope never does. Um, so take us to how can you help me as a business owner?
So the simple answer is that you are already pretty good. I know that, but still there are things that we can help you by. First of all, looking at your digital assets.
Okay.
And what we're talking about is your physical digital assets, which are your computers, phones, and tablets, and systems that you use. And then also you have the soft assets, which are applications and softwares, which cost money,
Right.
subscriptions, and various things. On top of that, you need specialized people
Yes.
to use those. If you put all of those together, we are looking at our analysis is showing that at minimum, anywhere we walk in, we can see 30% efficiencies easily
I'm sure.
by utilizing different mechanism of licensing
Okay.
or prolonging the life of your digital physical assets.
Okay.
I'll give you a simple example there that today, if you go, everyone is trying to, well, all the big companies are trying to sell you a computer just by slapping a term called AI.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they say, if you don't have it, you won't be able to use those capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
My simple response to that is not everyone needs that kind of power. I would say most of the people don't need it.
Okay.
And the reason for that is most of the things are sitting in the cloud today.
Exactly. Exactly.
And a lot of processing is happening in cloud, not on your computer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just an example and a hint how we are optimizing.
Okay.
So we can help you in various ways. Minimum 30% efficiency gain.
Yeah.
Up to we have seen 70% efficiency gains in some organizations.
Well, that's outstanding. And if individuals would like a consultation, things of that nature, how do they get a hold of you?
So we have a website which we are going to be launching with all
Beautiful.
the marketing material and everything else. We are still transforming. There are a few things that we're working on. But right now we are spending time with people we already know
Okay.
and making sure that we can serve our customers properly.
That sounds fantastic. So the IT specialists that are now your help desk, IT, whatever IT titles are
Mhm.
out there, where are they going to be?
That's the sad part.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's the sad part, and I am one of those. We started from where we started, very basics, and IT folks were needed all the way from running the cables underneath the desk
Yes.
to programming and helping hand-holding the business
I remember.
individuals,
Yes.
right? Today, you don't need any of that. Where I came from, what I did, none of those are required because most of the things are over the air.
Mm-hmm.
That's the physical part. And programmers were in demand.
Yes.
Now AI is writing programs. So half of the programmers will be out of jobs as well. So they have to relearn, retool themselves
Mm-hmm. And
to
find
be
a whole
relevant.
different, a
Yes.
whole different avenue of work. Well, that's interesting because the IT demand was huge when I
Yep.
worked downtown. I mean, we couldn't find enough IT professionals if if we searched the
Yes.
world. So, As far as Google and all of the other apps are concerned, all of the other technologies, the leaders in IT, if you will, what happens there?
So I think so let me give you a data point. There are over 90,000 AI companies, big and small, today.
90,000.
Yes. Who are trying to do various things. Some are very good, others are mediocre, rest are wannabes.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in time, to be good in AI requires a lot of money
Okay. Because of
and
the study that's needed, or?
because of the infrastructure that is needed.
Okay. Okay.
So, what I mean by infrastructure, of course, your power, your cooling, which feeds into data centers, that is a lot of money. Data centers, the systems that are there, that drives the AI computation. So I think so. You ask, where do we see these guys are going to be? So Google is already working on, and they have pretty decent results from their quantum computing,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
which is going to be a major game changer.
Okay.
We think that AI is fast today
That's going to
and good
be,
today.
that's what I've heard.
Yes.
This is nothing.
Yep. And then there are other companies as well. There's a lot of work going on.
Yeah.
So I think they know where they need to invest and what they need to do. So they will still be around.
Okay. All right. I just need to ask you one thing. What is your perspective on the landscape, even next year? I don't even want to go 5 years out. What is your projection? Because you are seriously a wealth of knowledge, Abdul. You've done this ever since you tinkered because you are curious about
Mm-hmm.
electricity.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. That's the way you're bent. That's your strong spot. That's your brilliance, which is amazing. So you have more knowledge than most. And I really would like to know what your perspective is. Where are we going to be a year from now?
So I think from year from now, um, I don't think it's going to be that much different because there's so much chatter
Mm.
about where we want to be from technology companies. And
Yeah.
when I say technology companies, I'm lumbering everyone in there: hardware, software, salespeople who are selling it, people who think what it can do. Um, the challenges the industry is having is there are no AI minded experienced people because it's a new practice or discipline now.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, it has matured enough that general public is using it,
Mm-hmm.
which is helping AI tools to get better and better.
Okay.
What that means is, so let's say when we are sitting here and talking similar time, same time next year, I am seeing a lot of disruption in the employment industry,
Mm-hmm.
both at the high end where we're talking about the professionals.
Right.
They'll have to find ways to reinvent themselves. And at the ground level where product is made,
Right.
and that's where the physical robotics are going to come in,
Yeah, they've already started. Yeah.
which will impact, unfortunately, a lot of the people who are already at a disadvantage. So the percentage, of course, there's a range of percentage. Different people are predicting different numbers. And we're talking about globally, not just US, because there are some countries in the world who are way faster, way far ahead than
Mm-hmm.
US. Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are countries who are investing, infusing trillions of dollars,
Okay.
namely Middle East,
Right.
where they're, paying anyone and everyone who can come in and take them into what would otherwise be 50 years
Yeah.
in 50 months.
Okay.
So the race is on.
It is. Definitely.
And so, yeah, I think we all need to look at and see where we want to be
Okay.
and who we need to be.
I agree. I totally agree. I would ask you, sir, what would you like to share as far as a takeaway? I mean, you have done this work for so long. What would you say to me as a takeaway from today's show?
I
What do
would
you hope I learned today?
I would say to anyone, especially you,
Yes.
that use it use the technology advancement to the best and maybe beyond what you thought you could.
Okay.
Make it your servant rather than,
Ah,
yes,
brilliant. Make it my servant.
yes, let it do what you or nobody else wants to do.
Okay. I love that
Yeah.
aspect. I love it a lot. And not be afraid of it.
There is no reason to be afraid of it, or we don't have the choice.
Exactly.
It is there for us.
Well, thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate you. Until you'll come back and you'll
We will get
you'll
together
say, "Remember, Carolyn?" And look where we are now.
again. Hmm.
Absolutely. Well, my takeaway is I will definitely have AI as my servant. I love that analogy a lot. It's an amazing tool. I love technology. I always have. But like I said, when it takes the place of jobs and when it takes the place of human creativity and thinking and all of that, it's a concern. So I just wanted to share this with all of you and get you thinking. Isn't that how we're supposed to be anyway? Look around us, kind of touch and feel what's happening out there. So I hope Abdul Khan got you thinking because this man has had me thinking since I've known him. And I think it's excellent to have knowledge, but also to have someone that you can depend on that is more knowledgeable to lean on for information. And I thank you, Abdul, for being my person. Very much so. Thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you very much again for a great show. I just want to thank Aurora Cable TV Network. As always, they have everything you need to know right in front of you. Thank you.